All right, the public policy people have put out another one of their polls. I like this. Californians and their government series. But the thing we're going to focus on this statewide survey is how people feel now about the brown doggle, otherwise known as California's high-speed rail system, or as the Times still calls it, the bullet train, which is going to go 50 miles an hour. What a bullet.
Well,
I'd like to be hit by that.
This is what makes me nuts about this survey that the Public Policy Institute did. They don't put in the question that it's not going to be high speed anymore.
No, they don't.
It's going to be slow speed. Yeah, there's no way it's going to do the 2 hours and 40 minutes that's promised. It's going to be at least 4 hours and maybe more if they ever build it. And that's what makes me crazy. You idiots at the Public Policy Institute, why don't you put any truth and information in your question to see how the public would really react if they knew all the details? Instead, listen to this this weasel-worded question. As you may know, California voters passed a $10 billion state bond in 2008 for planning and construction of a high-speed rail system from Southern California to the Central Valley and the San Francisco Bay Area. The estimated costs with the 800-mile high-speed rail system are about $68 billion over the next 20 years. Do you favor or oppose building a high-speed rail system in California? Well, it's not going to be high speed. And they neglect to put that they're missing $58 billion to actually build this thing.
Well, yeah, there's no private financing beyond the first few billion we're getting from the federal government and from the bond issuance. There's no hope.
And that the ticket prices are going to be really high, that the demand is really low, and this is one of the dumbest ideas ever concocted. But wouldn't you know it? 57% of Democratic voters still favor the high-speed rail train.
Because I love the idea of it.
Oh, it's green. It's green futuristic technology.
Other countries have them. Why shouldn't we?
I'm a progressive, and I think it's wrong to be driving a car that burns fossil fuel. I myself have a Prius, and my wife, she drives an electric car. She drives a golf cart, and so 57%.
A Leaf she drives.
That's right.
I'm on a Leaf.
That's right. Actually, I bicycle. I'm one of the few people who uses the bicycle lanes in Santa Monica on Sunday mornings.
Predictably, this is the most lopsided in the San Francisco Bay Area, where 59% still favor the brown doggle. The Inland Empire is 57% against.
I mean,
and even the Central Valley, 57%. Central Valley's where they're building the first segment. 57% against.
Is 57% of Democrats? Are you guys all pot smokers? What do you have any idea what a corrupt bowel movement this high-speed rail idea is?
Do you see the next weenie question? Thinking ahead. This is where you put your finger on your chin.
I was pounding the table this morning when I saw this one.
Thinking ahead, how important is the high-speed rail system for the future quality of life and economic vitality of California? Well, that's not a leading question, is it?
67% believe it is somewhat or very important, that the high-speed rail system is somewhat or very important for the future.
See, they're progressive. They're thinking ahead.
No one is going to use this system. There's no market for it. They take airplanes, jet planes. Look in the sky. You see those things going zzz. That is a jet plane. You can get a ticket for less than $100. It gets you there in an hour and 15 minutes. Why? If there's no market for it, how does it help the vitality? Who even thinks of asking that question, let alone answering it?
Did you see, even more remarkably, the legislature's approval rating actually moved up to 34% in this poll. Normally we were seeing it in the teens for years. Remember that?
34%, yeah.
I guess things are just getting better in California. We got that Prop 30 and the economy is improving.
I'm feeling so optimistic.
I love my Jerry Brown government. Good luck.
Well, we're in the land of the insane, the absolute insane. I don't understand. There's question after question. It's just all nonsense.
Well, if you believe it, the majority support a path to citizenship for illegal immigrants. It's straight up and down the line here. But at least they looked at the brown doggle and said, I don't know.
Yeah, that's starting to smell.
Apparently, if the price gets lower, they'll be much more in favor of high-speed rail. It's just that $68 million to $100 million price tag seems rather high. All right, when we come back, we're going to talk to an attorney, and this is an attorney that we believe he's on the right side.